A few years ago, this willow tree showed up in my garden as a weed, and I held on to it. And since then, I've planted some other willow trees from cuttings, like this one, and I've had some success. It's pretty easy to grow willow trees from cuttings. That's why I've had so much success. And you're supposed to use pieces about this size, about the size of your pinky or a pencil. But I'm curious to see what will happen if I plant this, something this big. Will that grow another plant? I think it will. And now I'd like to find out. I've trimmed off all the branches, and now I'm going to cut them down into about 10 to 12 inches long. Somewhere in there. And now I've got a bunch, 12-inch or so pieces. And I don't think it matters which way is up or down, but I'm going to try and put them right side up. And I'm going to plant them about 12 inches apart. And the whole setup has about 12 pieces. Now it's about 4 weeks later, and most of them have leaves and new shoots. All except for these two. This one took a long time to finally get some leaves, but it did recently. And these two haven't, this one and this one, they haven't produced any leaves, no shoots, nothing. I think with those two I might have damaged them putting them into the ground. I think that's what happened. And to me the most interesting thing at this point is that the big fat one I planted, which was supposed to be too big, is doing just fine. It's got leaves, it has shoots, it's doing great. It has now been 8 weeks since I planted these willow cuttings. This is one I thought would not grow because I had kind of damaged it when I put it in, but it's doing fine now, even though there's some dead tissue here. This one here, on the other hand, still hasn't put out any leaves at all. And I think it's dead. This is the plant I started from that big fat cutting, and it has the tallest shoots and probably the most shoots of all the cuttings. It has now been about 12 weeks since I planted these cuttings, and everything seems to be going well. I realize this just looks like a big mass of green, and it kinda is, but now all of the cuttings have leaves on them, including the ones that I thought I had damaged and killed. I thought I had killed this one. What do I need to move out of the way? I need to move this out of the way. Okay, this one here, I thought I had killed that, and it's fine. It's not, doing as well as the other ones are, but, and this other one that I damaged, it's doing fine too. I still think damaging it was bad, but it didn't kill it like I thought. And from this angle, I think you can see that the big thick cutting is still the one that's the biggest, has the longest shoots. At this point, it's been about 4 months since I planted these cuttings. And they're doing fine, but some of the plants have these bumps on the leaves, and these can't be good. These can't be good for the willows, but I have no idea what to do about it, if anything. It's probably caused by some insect. I don't know what that is. So it's been 4 months, and I'm not really sure when exactly I should end this particular video, but I think it's now. I will have updates in the future. I think what I learned from this project is it's very important to poke a hole in the ground with something metal before you put your stakes in the ground. Because the ones that I damaged by not doing that, they would have gotten more of a head start, more of a quicker start, if I hadn't just jammed them into the ground. And maybe if your soil is softer than mine, if it has less clay than mine, maybe you could get away with just jabbing them in the ground. But, like if you have more organic material. But my soil is very heavy, has a lot of clay, so I should have poked a hole in the ground with something metal, like a shovel or a pick, before planting each one of these stakes. That's what I learned from this, and that's what I hope you can learn from this, if you're about to plant cuttings of your own. So thanks for watching. Bye.